All right, good morning, Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster Karen back here once again. We have a new tornado warning, which includes downtown Jonesboro here. So we're going to go ahead and zoom down, stop radar for just a bit, and we're going to talk about this new warning here. So, new warning in effect until 5:45 this morning for Craighead County, eastern Arkansas. Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Cache or 10 miles southwest of Bono, moving east at about 50 miles per hour here. Hazard tornado source radar indicated rotation at this point here. So this is a new tornado warning that goes for Craighead County, which is up here in northeastern Arkansas. This is the area here. So if you know anyone in the Jonesboro area, they need to be taking their tornado precautions immediately. This also goes for Brooklyn, also Lake City, and also Caraway up here in northeastern Arkansas. So to repeat, if you're just now tuning in, this is a tornado warning for northeastern Arkansas that includes downtown Jonesboro. You need to seek shelter immediately. Get away from the windows, put as many walls to you and the outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas here. So if I know there's going to be a lot of people that's going to tune in from the rest of the natural state. We'll repeat this again. This is for Craighead County in northeastern Arkansas. This is a tornado warning in northeastern Arkansas. This storm is moving to the east at about 50 miles per hour. You need to seek shelter immediately in these areas here. So bear with me for just a bit. Let me go ahead and switch this over back to our radar here. We're going to put a track on that storm here. And also, we're watching this one up here as well. Tornado possible with this one. But this one's headed straight for the Missouri Boot Hill, and it's going to make a run for the Tennessee area within the next, I would say, 20 to 30 minutes here. But that's the track of this storm right here. That's going to go right over Craighead County. Give me 1 second here. If you're not getting any sound, you may have to step out of the live stream and come back in. Everybody else is hearing the sound perfectly here, but this is the current tornado warning. It's going to go for Jonesboro right around 5:21. So you got less than 10 minutes. Bay, Lake City, Black Oak, Monette, Caraway, and also Melena up here in northeastern Arkansas. That's for Craighead going into Mississippi County. You need to seek your tornado precautions immediately in this area here, guys. And also, this storm up here in northeastern Arkansas for Paragould up towards Rector, you need to seek shelter immediately in these areas as well. That's going to go for Paragould, go towards Piggott, Kennett up here, also towards Campbell, excuse me, and then Blytheville up here, and also New Madrid. You need to be seeking your tornado precautions immediately with this one too, because although it's not a tornado warning, it is a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning here. So to kind of ease some minds here, that's the tornado warning for Jonesboro here, but everywhere else, you are in the clear. Yes, we are very aware that storms are loud. We've been getting blown up all night long with messages about these thunderstorms. Yes, these storms are loud. Unless they have a severe warning with them, then they're not severe. I want to stress that. But yes, these storms are going to be loud as they push through your area here. Now, as we mentioned before, folks in southern and central Arkansas, you are perfectly clear because there's no warnings down here, and these storms are struggling to get down into central and into southern Arkansas here. But this is where our focus is going to be at this point. The severe thunderstorm warning up here in northeastern Arkansas, and then the tornado warning right now that's going to go for right over Jonesboro here. So this is where our focus is going to be at this point. If you need county or city questions answered, we have all the information on the page here. But whenever there's a tornado warning, our focus is going to go here because it's a life or death situation here. But so before, that's the area of rotation that we're looking at here. This is going to move due east at about 50 miles per hour. So Jonesboro, you got less than 10 minutes. You need to seek your tornado precautions immediately. Lake City, and then over towards Mississippi County. This is going into Mississippi County. So you need to seek your tornado precautions immediately. And also towards Blytheville, I would watch this storm very closely because I said before, it's moving towards the east at about 50 miles per hour. So you're not going to have a lot of time to react. You're not going to have a lot of time to try to go outside or anything like that, folks. You need to be seeking shelter immediately here because you're not going to have a lot of time for all that, guys. So, and I said before here, that's going to go for Cache. That's going to go for Jonesboro. And there's a new update to the tornado warning here. So we're going to read this real quickly here. Tornado warning still remains in effect until 5:45. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Cache or 8 miles southwest of Bono, moving east at about 40 miles per hour now. The locations impacted include Jonesboro, Lake City, Brookland, also toward Cache, Black Oak, and also towards Poplar Ridge and Needham up here in Craighead County. So remember, take cover immediately. Get away from the windows. Put as many walls to uni as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately, folks. It's been a very, very long night trying to answer questions, trying to keep you guys updated here, folks. We're trying our very, very hardest here. So please remain a little patient with us. We're going to get to you guys as quickly as we can here. But that's the severe thunderstorm warning up here in northeastern Arkansas. And these storms are not only going to produce the potential tornadoes, but these storms are wind makers as well. Easily 50 to 70 mile per hour winds with these storms. So keep that in mind, folks. Not only that we have the tornado threat, but we also have the wind threat that we got to deal with these storms as well here. But this one right here, this was going to go for the Jonesboro area here. So to kind of reiterate, this was going to go for the Jonesboro area. 5:27 right now. I think it's going to be a little sooner than that. It's going to be probably right around 5:20. You need to seek shelter immediately. I know there's some folks that are kind of getting up. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Take shelter immediately. There's a tornado warning for your area. You need to be taking the tornado precautions immediately here. The storm is going to move on towards the east at about 50 miles per hour. So Mississippi County, my first alert to you guys over here in Mississippi County. You don't have a lot of time to react over here in Mississippi County. You have maybe 30 minutes before the storm's on top of you here. But that's the current tornado warning in this area here. So we're going to go ahead and go over to our rotation indicator. I may have to switch radars here because it's kind of in a weird area. We got Little Rock's radar, and then we also have Memphis's radar over here as well. So bear with me for just a bit. I'm going to see if I can try to switch this over to the Memphis's radar so we can get a better visual on the rotation here, but you can see what I'm talking about. So basically when on lows, it's going to be the red and the green that you're going to have to look out for as this pushes off towards the east at about 50 miles per hour here. So it's set for that Jonesboro area, and then towards Lake City, then towards Black Oak, and then towards Leachville, and over towards Mississippi County, right after the top of the hour here, folks. So you need to seek shelter immediately to get away from the windows, push many walls to uni outside as possible, get to the lowest area of your home immediately here. I'm waiting for the radar show up. There it is right there. So as so forth, that's the area of rotation right here. It's not a significant rotation. However, you still need to take your tornado precautions immediately here. So this is just southwest of downtown Jonesboro, by the way. Okay, so we're going to zoom this down, let you guys see this a little closer. So that's in down. This is just southwest downtown Jonesboro. There's the area of rotation where your greens and your reds are coming up together, and that's going to all move east at about 50 miles per hour here. So we're talking Jonesboro once again, Lake City, Black Oak, and then towards Leachville up here in Craighead County, and then going into Mississippi County within the next, I would say, 20 or 30 minutes in these areas here. So just kind of keep that in mind. Tornado warning still remains in effect until 5:45 here. But elsewhere across the natural state, because I know I got a lot of people on this live stream right now, elsewhere across the state, there's a lot of thunderstorms that stretches all the way down to southwestern Arkansas. The severe side is well up here in northeastern Arkansas. We are fully aware that these storms are loud. We are fully aware that these storms are going to be pushing through very, very loud. However, these severe thunderstorms, the ones that have the warnings, are going to be up here in northeastern Arkansas right now. So this is where our focus is going to be up here, where the severe thunderstorm warnings and the tornado warnings are at this point, okay? Take a look at our website. We've been stressing this for the last day or so, that we have full radar, 24/7 radar that you can go check out, and that's where you have all that information at this point here. But our attention is going to go up here in northeastern Arkansas, where you have the severe thunderstorm warning and also the tornado warning at this point here. So Jonesboro, I would be seeking shelter immediately here. It's going to be right over you. here in about the next 10 to 15 minutes, if not sooner, because these storms are moving to the east about 40 to 50 miles per hour. So the rotation area, the area of rotation that sparked the tornado warning, is going to track just a little bit south than downtown, mainly in the southern areas of Jonesboro, and is going to try to make a run for Lake City over here as well. So what we're going to do is stop radar for just a bit. We're going to pull up some roads. So we're talking Highway 18, but basically it's going to ride along Highway 18. That's going to go just south of Jonesboro, and it's going to go right towards Lake City. So Lake City right now, you definitely need to shelter immediately. Get away from the windows, get away from the exterior walls as well here. And then, as I said before, this is going to make a run for Mississippi County. So we're talking Highway 61 over here towards Blytheville. Okay, you're not under a warning right now, but as I said before, as fast as these storms are moving, you won't have a lot of time to react. So please, please, please consider keeping an eye on this storm. This is going to move on towards the east at about 50 miles per hour. We're going to keep you guys updated on this. But if you know anyone in Mississippi County over here, give them that first alert. Say, hey, there's a tornado warning just to your west. I would go ahead and kind of have that mindset to get ready to seek shelter in these areas here. But that's right there near Jonesboro. This is going to move to the east at about 50 miles per hour here, folks. So that's the tornado warning here, and also the severe thunderstorm warning up here is going to go until 5:30. That's going to be for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour winds, and also the potential of a tornado with that as well here. The whole severe thunderstorm warning is tornado possible here, but that's where the tornado warning is at this point here through central Cricket County, and it's going to move into Mississippi County, especially the northern portions of Mississippi County in this area here. So just kind of keep that in mind. But as I said before, if you're tuning in, if you know anyone up here in Jonesboro and they need to be seeking their tornado precautions, I know it's right around 5 o'clock in the morning, right around lunch, the morning rush, right around daybreak, but you need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas here. And this is what we've been talking about all night, that we were going to have to watch these storms for those brief tornadoes here, those brief spin-up tornadoes that we were going to have to watch throughout the overnight hours here and during the early part of your Tuesday morning. Now, fortunately for us here in Arkansas, this is going to be moving out of Arkansas very quickly. This line of storms is moving very, very quickly through northeastern Arkansas. We've had several reports of power outages. We've had several reports of trees being down, etc., because of the high winds across the area here. And this is what we've been stressing all night long, is that not only there's a tornado potential, but there's also the damaging wind potential, the flooding potential as well, and also the hail potential with this. Multiple modes of severe weather ongoing here. So, therefore, this is the tornado warning that's right over downtown Jonesboro right now. It's just, as a matter of fact, just south of Jonesboro at this point here. We're going to go back over to our rotation indicator at this point here. There it is right in there. I'm going to kind of zoom this down so you guys can see what I mean here. We'll draw this out, okay? So remember, red is away from the radar and green is towards the radar. Okay, so remember, we're looking at the Memphis radar down here. So the green is going towards the Memphis radar, and the red is going away from the Memphis radar here. So that's where the potential tornado is going to be, right there. Okay, and that's just due south of downtown Jonesboro here, but it's going to make a run for the southern areas of Jonesboro. It's going to take, I would say, just north of Bay at this point, and then it's going to try to make a run for Lake City over here as well here. So you need to be seeking shelter immediately. What we're going to do, see if I can try to get a track on this real fast. Give me 1 second. I'm going to slip this back over. There it is. Okay, so there's the track. There's the newest track with that, folks. And so therefore, that's the area of rotation right there where your red is going away from the radar. Your green is going towards the radar here. So we're looking at Memphis's radar. And then this green is going right towards the radar, and then the red is going away. So that's the area of rotation moving to the east at about 40 to 50 miles per hour here. So this area that's highlighted in this track is not for the storm itself. It's for what caused the tornado warning, the rotation area. That's moving to the east. So we're talking Bay. We're talking towards Carway up here. I do apologize if I mispronounce any towns up here. And then we're going to talk more towards Victoria and then Osceola over here. And now we're starting to get into Mississippi County here. So you're not in under the warning yet, Mississippi County, but I would not be shocked if you guys ended up under the warning, depending on how the rotation looks by the time it gets over into Mississippi County here. But this is going to stay, I would say, just south of downtown Jonesboro. I know the tornado sirens are going off in the Jonesboro area right now, and for good reason. I would still take your tornado precautions just to be on the safe side in the Jonesboro area, but this is going to track just south of downtown Jonesboro. Where the area of rotation is going to go south of Jonesboro. This is more towards Bay, and it's going to make a run for Keesler, and it's also going to make a run for Dort over here in Mississippi County here. So, Mississippi County, so for no warning over here as of yet, but still go ahead and take your tornado precautions just to be on the safe side here. And then, as I said before, we got this entire line that we're going to have to watch out for. So not only the tornado threat with this, folks, here, we're going to have to watch for the potential of the damaging wind threat with this as well here. So that's the area of rotation. Quickly moving out towards the east. I'm going to go ahead and take my radar back for just a bit. And that's the area of rotation here. So there's a severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. That goes for Craighead up into this area up in here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get this going at this point here, guys. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch this out real fast. Okay. All right. And so the radar's going to come back up here just shortly, guys. I've been having this thing running throughout the overnight hours here, so it's going to come back up at this point. But as I said before, folks, for the tornado warning for Craighead County up there in northeastern Arkansas, storms moving to the east at about 50 miles per hour. I'm getting radar up as quickly as I can here, guys. So bear with me for just a bit. But as I said before, there's that tornado warning up here in northeastern Arkansas. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so this thing's been running all night, so you got to give it some props here. But that's the tornado warning up here. Let me go back to this real fast here. So, moving to the east at about 45 miles per hour. There it is right there. So, we're back to reflectivity, by the way. Okay, so there we are. Okay, so we're talking Bay toward Caraway and also towards Keesler and also towards Victoria up here in northeastern Arkansas. And then you have your severe thunderstorm warning. That's going until 5:30 here. So we got about 5 more minutes with the severe thunderstorm warning. But that's for the entire line here. The tornado warning itself is for that area of rotation that's just south of Jonesboro at this point. So we're going to go back to that real quick. Remember for 1 second. And there it is right there, okay? So it's broad. It's not the best rotation I've seen with any storm. However, I would still watch it very, very closely. And the one thing about this environment is once these storms go surface-based, they're going to have the potential of producing these quick, brief tornadoes, guys. So tornado warning goes out. Don't try to go outside, take footage or anything like that. Your life is going to come before the footage, okay? Take your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from the windows. Put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately here. Okay, so as so for those that are worrying about this event, take a deep breath. We promise you it's going to be okay. This is the only warning up here right now. Okay, the rest of the storms down there in central Arkansas, southwest Arkansas are not severe. They are very loud. They are very loud, but they are not severe. There's no warnings with those thunderstorms right now here, but they are very loud when they're coming in. So keep that in mind, that these storms are going to be loud as they're moving into your location. But if there's not a warning, then it means it's not severe, folks. All right, but they are going to be producing 40 upwards to 50 mile per hour winds. To qualify for a severe thunderstorm warning, you have to have at least 58 mile per hour winds or 1 inch hail or greater to qualify for a severe thunderstorm warning. And then this storm right here is what you're looking at to qualify for a tornado warning. That's showing the rotation, and it's not bad, but it still has the brief rotation. That's just south of Jonesboro, and this is moving east at about 50 miles per hour here. So that tornado warning still remains in effect till 5:45. We got about 15 minutes to kill with this tornado warning before it expires here. But I wouldn't be shocked, especially if this area of rotation continues, that we get an extension going into Mississippi County here. But as I said before, the good thing about this is quickly moving out. You can see another severe thunderstorm warning that's getting issued for the Boot Hill region up here in northeastern Arkansas. So not only are we looking at the tornado warning up here, but we also got the severe thunderstorm warnings we got to look out for. And you're seeing those severe thunderstorm warnings go from yellow to red. Basically, that's the way that our software is indicating that the severe thunderstorm warning has the tornado possible tag with it. So if you're kind of looking at that and you're wondering why it's flashing at you like that, it's because it's doing that severe thunderstorm warning, but it has a tornado possible with it here. So it's kind of the middle ground between a severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning here. So in these areas up here in northeastern Arkansas, you do need to seek your shelters immediately. Remember, get away from the windows and get away from the exterior walls. Not only is a tornado possible in these areas, but the damaging wind potential, folks. You gotta remember that these storms are pushing off towards the east very, very quickly. They're going to be moving into western Tennessee. If you know anyone in western Tennessee or the Boot Hill region up here in Missouri, give them that heads up that these storms are very dangerous, and they're going to be moving eastward at about 50 to 60 miles per hour. And that's why you have so much of a wind potential with these storms. And then there's the tornado warning down here in Craighead County, and that's going to be moving into Mississippi County as we get towards the next, I would say, 20 to 25 minutes in these areas here, guys. So, as so forward, we go ahead and zoom back down to that tornado warning real quickly here. And the good news is with this one, just looking at it right now, the rotation does not look nowhere near as impressive as it did before, okay? So this is what I'm saying. This is what you're going to have to watch out for, especially during the early morning hours, is that these areas of rotation are going to be looking really, really good, and then they're going to dissipate, then they're going to come back, and they're going to dissipate. It's typical, those typical brief type spin-ups here. So warning goes out. So for it, you don't need to try to figure out where it is or anything like that. Just go ahead and seek shelter. Okay. For those that are warning, let me clarify this one more time, that this is up here in northeastern Arkansas. This is right at the Jonesboro area, and this is moving to the east at about 50 miles per hour here. So we're talking Caraway up here, Keesler, and then also towards Victoria. That's over here in Mississippi County. This is in far northeastern Arkansas. Everywhere else across the state, you are perfectly good to go. I promise you. We got severe thunderstorm warnings up here in northeastern Arkansas. Everywhere else, yes, the storms are loud, but there's no severe thunderstorm warnings across the area at this point here. So our main concern right now is up here in northeastern Arkansas, where we have the severe thunderstorm warnings and the tornado warnings up here at this point. This tornado warning still continues until 5:45 this morning here. So we're going to go back to our reflectivity, and you can see what's going on here. So first of all, a wind maker with these storms. Very, very strong winds with these storms up here in northeastern Arkansas. 60 upwards to 70 mile per hour winds pushing through the area. That's why you have these severe thunderstorm warnings in place. And then the tornado warning up here. And I believe they have dropped... Okay, they have not dropped the... Okay, so they have dropped the tornado warning. So the tornado warning has been dropped in this area here, okay? So that's what I was saying, the rotation in this area, it's going to be very, very quick, okay? So the tornado warning has been allowed to expire up here in Craighead County. Still watch this storm very closely. We're going to keep an eye on it, but this gives me time to talk about the rest of the night. Staying here. This is what I've been waiting for. Once that tornado warning gets off the board, then we're going to talk about the rest of the night. Staying here, okay? So bear me for just a minute. I'm going to get everybody lined out on what's going on across Arkansas, okay? The strongest storms are up here in northeastern Arkansas because your low is up here, okay? So this is the area up here that we're going to have to watch for severe weather for the short term, okay? That's going to be your area. All of these storms through here, we're very aware that they're loud. We're very aware that they're scary. We're very aware that they're producing strong winds, thunder, lightning. They're very, very loud. However, these storms are not severe, okay? They have to qualify 58 mile per hour winds or the potential or of an inch of hail in order to qualify for a severe thunderstorm warning, okay? Special weather statements down here in southwestern Arkansas. These storms are producing 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. So, yes, they are going to be strong thunderstorms that are going to be pushing through. However, right now, the strongest storms or up here in northeastern Arkansas where you have the severe thunderstorm warnings. And these storms are easily producing 60 upwards to 70 mile per hour winds. That is where your strongest storms are at this point. Then you have your line of storms that goes all the way down into central Arkansas and into southwestern Arkansas. Okay, so keep that in mind, okay, in these areas. That tornado warning, by the way, has been allowed to expire. Okay, I'm going to clarify that. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire in this area. The rotation is nowhere near as impressive as it was before. There's no tornado on the ground or anything like that. and up there in northeastern Arkansas. That tornado warning has been allowed to expire here. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to it and double check that and make sure here. So they have replaced with severe thunderstorm warning. That tornado warning that was in effect up there is gone in these areas here. So maybe for just a bit, let me go back over. Let me double check that real fast here. Okay, so yeah, the tornado warning in southeastern Craighead County has been canceled. The storm that prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing a tornado. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. The tornado watch up here remains in effect until 11 o'clock here. So the warning up here, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire in these areas here. However, you have a line of strong thunderstorms that stretches from northeastern Arkansas all the way down into southwestern Arkansas at this point. Okay. Keep an eye on our page. We have a full website, ArkansasWeatherWatchers.weebly.com. We have all your interactive radar. We have everything you need to know on that website here, guys. Don't wait for us to post radar updates on the page. Watch radar with us. If you guys see a warning, follow it with us as well here, okay? But as I said before, that's all I got for you guys right now. Radar updates are going to continue all morning long. But these storms here are not severe. They're very strong. They're producing 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, but they are not severe at this point. These storms up here in northeastern Arkansas is where it's going to be at this point. I will still watch that storm in Jonesboro right now. The rotation is nowhere near as significant as it was before, so they have let the tornado warning be canceled. Severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible, still remains in effect up here in northeastern Arkansas until 6:15 this morning. And then you have your special weather statement down here in southwestern Arkansas for the potential of 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts with these storms down here in southwestern Arkansas. So that's all I got for you guys right now. These storms are not rotating, folks, okay? They're producing very, very, very strong winds. If a warning goes out, we will be here, okay? I promise you we will be here, okay? But you folks out there in northeastern Arkansas, Jonesboro, tornado warning has been canceled, so you can go ahead and proceed with your morning commute. If any more warnings do get issued, we will be on top of it. We will keep you guys updated. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so yes, the warning has been canceled this morning. Okay, the warning has been canceled. Let me go ahead and take a look at this real fast, you guys. All right. Okay, the tornado warning up here has been canceled, folks. The tornado warning is no longer in effect up here. They have dropped it because the warning has been expired. The storm is no longer capable of producing a tornado here, okay? I can even go back and take a look at the rotation here. Bear me for just a bit, okay? So the rotation here is nowhere near as strong as it was before. All right, so the tornado warning is gone up here in northeastern Arkansas. They have canceled it. There's a severe thunderstorm warning up here that is tornado possible, but that tornado warning up here has been allowed to cancel at this point. Okay, so if it does get reissued, we will be back on live here, but the tornado warning that's up here in northeastern Arkansas is gone. They canceled it. It's no longer in effect across the area here, guys. So, as said before, that's the area of rotation that we were looking at. It is gone. The severe thunderstorm warning up here still remains in effect until 6:15 up here. That's going to go for, give me 1 second. It's going to go for southeastern Greene County, northeastern Craighead County, and northwestern Mississippi County until 6:15 here. So that's for the line of storms that's pushing through, and it's producing 60 to 70 mile per hour winds up here going into the Missouri Boot Hill. But that tornado warning that was in effect for Craighead County has been allowed to expire in this area, and then we have the line of storms that's pushing through the area here. Notice something, by the way, especially with that line. It's not making its way southward, okay? So South Arkansas, you're getting left high and dry down here. It's trying to make its way into the metro as hard as it can, but these storms are moving more east and northeast versus due south, okay? So South Arkansas, for the most part, should remain dry throughout much of this event, except for later on today. But the line of storms is trying its best to make it into central Arkansas, but it's going to be a wait and see at this point, guys. So go ahead and pursue with your morning commute, folks. If any more warnings get issued, we will keep you guys updated right here in your source for all things Arkansas weather.